We were probably the first in town to really do that, where it was chiropractic, physical therapy, medical, all sort of in one place. And patients love it. We get really great results. It's also nice to know that if I don't have the answer to something, I have somebody else in my practice that probably does. It's actually been kind of a fun ride.
You're listening to Everybody Loves Naples, an unfiltered and educational podcast about living in Southwest Florida. We're your hosts. My name is Natalie Perez-Benatoa.
My name is Lance Martinicchio. From the best restaurants and things to do to our local real estate market, we're sitting down with local business owners and community leaders to provide a deeper understanding of what makes Naples, Naples.
Now let's get the show on the road.
Well, welcome back to Everybody Loves Naples. Thank you for being here for another episode. Natalie, how you doing today?
I'm doing, just fine, Lance. We're in a new studio space. It's very exciting.
This is exciting.
And I'm meeting our guest today for the first time, and I'm kind of really excited because I feel like we're going to be friends after this.
So we have a special guest today, Stephanie.
Ahasic.
How do you pronounce it?
Ahasic.
Ahasic. Okay. You were right.
Sick.
Right.
Okay.
Sick, dude.
So Stephanie is a local chiropractor. She has a thriving business.
Literally,
and also
puns.
and also opened up an IV bar here in Naples as well. So Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
Yes, super excited. My first podcast.
Wow.
I know.
love
You're
it.
welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ratings
Thank
are going to
you.
go through the roof now.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. I have a really intense social media following. So
Okay.
Well, you never know.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about, yourself, right?
Yeah. Tell us about yourself. And, you've been in Naples a little while now.
I have. So from Chicago originally, like everybody else, I'm a transplant. Moved down here after my husband and I got married. Mostly, we planned to stay for like a year so that he could play golf year round because he's a golf pro, was, still playing on the mini tours at the time. And I was definitely committed to going back to Chicago, being up there with family. And then like everybody else, fell in love with Naples. I mean, it's the best place to be. So after about a year or so, I bought a practice, which in hindsight was a lot more work than I thought it would be. Always is, but was able to grow from like a little 700 square foot office with one employee to now we have a 4,500 square foot office, 45 employees. And so it's really gotten a lot of momentum in the last couple of years, and it's been fun. It's been fun to grow that as Naples has kind of been growing.
Absolutely.
So-
Yeah. I gotta take it back a second because
Okay.
we didn't even say really what she does. You
I missed that part.
a doctor, Stephanie Ahasic, chiropractor
Yes.
is like the trade, and then you've kind of grown and made your own thing out of it, featuring a lot of different wellness things.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I summarized very well.
You
Just
did.
kidding.
But basically, when I was in that little 700 square foot office, I realized that I was referring out to other doctors all the time, physical therapists or primary care, pain management. And when we finally decided to go into a new space, my husband's like, yeah, I'm going to have a golf simulator in there. I'm going to do, club fittings, functional movement assessments, all this stuff. We're like, great. When we found a location that we loved, and it was like way too big. So I was like, okay, we're going to bring in other people now. And so it ended up, we were probably the first in town to really do that, where it was chiropractic, physical therapy, medical, all sort of in one place. And it's made sense, and patients love it. We get really great results, but it's also nice to know that if I don't have the answer to something, I have somebody else in my practice that probably does. And so it's actually been kind of a fun ride, a long ride, but it's been fun.
Yeah. I mean, it really is a one-stop shop for anything.
And the name of this place is Synergy.
Yes. So Synergy Health.
She has two, everybody.
Yes. So we
Maybe
have
more.
Synergy Health. And, I thought 4,500 square feet, like, oh, we have room for everything.
Yep.
We now are adding some more rooms because we've run out of space, which is a great, problem to have. But that was also when I was like, oh, I want to do IVs, but doing an IV and like not having space to really like chill out and relax while you're doing it is not super fun. So I wanted like the fun vibe. And we couldn't kick out either tenant on either side of us. So we had to find, I tried. I tried.
You tried to kick out Burn Boot Camp?
No, they're not next to me. Oh no, I love Burn.
I figured that's might be how I know you.
Oh,
maybe,
probably.
Maybe. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Holly's one of my besties.
She's the best. I want Holly on. Holly, you're coming on the podcast.
Oh, she'll come on. Oh my gosh, she's both come on together. That would be magic.
Oh.
I'll just
yeah. Lance will
like
take my spot.
Lance will have a sick day, and we'll have the
sick day.
Yeah.
But so it ended up working out that there was a unit leaving just a couple of doors down from us, and so we were able to kick out the dry cleaner instead. And then
yeah.
And then, a hurricane happened. So my plan that I started like more than 2 years ago, instead of it taking like 5 minutes, like I thought it would to set it up, it ended up being like a little over 2 years. But now we have our drip lounge, which is nice and relaxing. So that was the goal. Red light beds, infrared sauna, compression, facials, something called a Ahasic, whole body cryo. So now we've got like all the things that basically I wanted to do on a regular basis. And now I get to do them whenever I want.
I didn't realize there was facials there.
Oh, yeah.
Like a slew. There's so many different types of facials now. Sorry if we lose half the audience like Lance, but I need to know.
I always
guys,
take care of my face.
Yeah, guys get facials too.
Yeah.
It's important.
So what facials, like what's the newest on the market for you guys?
Okay, so I'm still recovering from my skin pen last week.
Glowing skin pen.
So I did a PRX facial.
Okay.
Which starts with like a peel. And then she used the skin pen, which is like micro needling. So it's like you get jabbed all over, which I thought would hurt, but it didn't. She numbs you a little before. And then she finished with another PRX peel. So it's like a non-peel peel. And I'm going to produce collagen, and I'm going to look at least 36. So
yeah.
Boom.
And recovery time?
36.
I'm 40.
Oh.
I'm fighting it. Yeah, it's fine. But then we have hydrofacials, cryofacials, standard facials.
Okay.
Peels, masks, all the fun stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get your glow on.
So you can like come in, do a cryo session, get a facial, get adjusted next door, get an IV drip.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the reason I haven't been in yet, because I'm like, I need a whole day.
So that's what's actually funny is people are day to Thrive and they're like, I don't know where to start. And I'm like, oh, there actually is a day pass. That's hysterical. There is a day pass. You can come in and try 3 things. And it's like $69. You can do the red light. You can do the sauna, you can do the whole body cryo, you can do all the stuff.
I know, actually.
Did we get you in the cryo chamber?
Yeah, I did 3 minutes.
The cryo chamber is like the best.
Yeah, you gotta get a cold plunge in there next.
Okay, no, because
I know
body cryo is actually, it's more effective. Don't tell that to the cold plunge people because they get real pissed about it. But it gets colder than a cold plunge, right? So it's between negative 160 and negative 220. So you're in there for 3 minutes. Your head is also in the chamber, which is hard to do in a cold plunge, but most of your cold receptors are actually on your head. So you're in there, your body's kind of like, wait, what's happening? And it helps to reduce inflammation. It helps to burn calories, like up to 800 calories in a session. What?
In 3 minutes?
In 3 minutes, because it stimulates thermogenesis. So your body's like, oh my gosh, I'm super cold. And then it has to work really hard to bring your body temp back up. It helps with sleep. Crazy. You get a dopamine reaction. So it does a lot of things. But like postmenopausal women who did it twice a week for 6 weeks lost an average of 5% body fat.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's science.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's incredible. But if you do the sauna first, you can burn like 400 to 500 calories in there. And then you can go into the whole body cryo machine.
So you have a sauna in there too.
I have 3 saunas. I'm sorry.
So, okay. I got to back up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the whole picture. Synergy Health is 4,500 square feet.
Yes.
Thrive is
2,450.
Okay, so it's
a separate building.
A separate. No, I understand that separate building, but I'm thinking, okay, sauna, facial rooms. Like we've got, it's like a vacation sounding.
Oh, it is.
Like for anyone interested in self-care.
Oh, yeah. No, you really could go in. If you have 5 minutes, great. You can go in and get a quick vitamin booster or do the whole body cryo. If you have 3 hours, I mean, you can just go in, you can drip, hooray, do all this stuff.
Drip, hooray.
Yeah.
Do you have merch that says that?
Actually, yeah.
Drip, hooray. Everybody loves Naples.
But my favorite #trademark on this one.
Okay.
The Detoxarita. That would be our hangover drip. Yeah, you're welcome for that.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Natalie doesn't need that. She's doing 75.
Listen, I'm on day 17 of 75 hard.
That sounds terrible. I don't know what it is.
It's actually something I'm enjoying, which I'm shocked about.
Uh-huh.
But the point is I'm not drinking.
Okay.
And the last day, yes, it's on the calendar, April 27th. So I will be in there April 28th because I'm sure I'm going to need some detoxeritas.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
let's get back to Synergy real quick because I've been there. I guess I'm a patient, I'm a client. I go in there.
You said it, not me. No HIPAA violation there.
But I go in there, I get adjustments,
Mhm.
spend some time in the massage chair.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just basically a place where you go and get your back cracked. You guys actually take the time to find out what's going on with your back and kind of try and figure out how to work it. You're not just
That is the goal.
Yeah.
Yes. So when patients come in, like I'm always telling them, plan A is great. We can do some adjustments on there and see if that's making a difference. But there's always a plan B, C, D. So we're not solving all of the world's problems, one adjustment at a time. But, if that's not helping, great. We have massage. We can do dry needling. We can do trigger point injections or PRP. We're probably the least expensive PRP in town. So that's platelet-rich plasma. We take your blood, we spin it down, and we inject it into a joint. And there's still places charging like $500 for it, and we charge like $175. So it's reasonable to go in and actually make a difference because that's a therapy that can actually help, people who are worried that they're going to need surgery. I've had patients go, okay, I did 3 of those and my shoulder feels great. I don't think I'm going to need surgery now. Right. It might not last forever, but it's at least allowing them to, wait a little longer on there.
Sure.
So we've got a lot of fun stuff in there, but also a great group of professionals. So we have 2 doctors of physical therapy. There are 4 chiropractors, a nurse practitioner, an MD oversees everything, and then I think we have 15 massage therapists. So
yeah, so you can get a full massage.
Yeah,
30 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour.
Yeah, but we have like amazing people that all bring a different perspective. And so, if I don't have the answer, Dr.
Right.
Kevin, Dr. Lori, Dr. Avalon might, or, a lot of times we find that I'm working on loosening up the joints, but somebody really needs some of that rehab component. And so they're going to physical therapy or they might need a joint injection. So we have people that are the frequent flyers that come in and do all the things. And we have people that are like, I just want a massage, or I just want a quick injection, or I just want to do some PT, and that's fine too. So
how did you go about growing this tribe of people and all the variety?
Oh, it was painful.
Okay.
I'm going to be writing a book called All the People I Fired because there have been a few of those over the years.
Okay.
I have some stories. But when you find somebody that's really great and you kind of connect and you can see that they're interacting with your patients, and I feel confident enough in their level of care that I'm okay with them seeing my patients because I'm very no, they're mine. I get very protective of that. Once you know that, then it's like, what can I do to make sure you're happy and you stay forever? And so we really try to make sure that we're, creating a culture in Synergy Health where people want to stay there and they want to stay there till they retire or they, move away. And that sometimes happens and that's sad. But for the most part, most of our staff members have been there, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years. We had somebody there that was almost there for 8 years. And then she decided to have kids and left. I know. So I'm waiting for her to come back because she'll be back.
So I'm going to back up a little bit. So, because I know you touched on, you moved down to Naples how long ago?
I graduated in December of 2010, and I think we moved down.
High school?
Chiropractic school. That was a good one, though, Lance. I like that.
Yeah.
Moved down here end of, December 2010. So we've been here 13, 14 years.
Okay. So, and you have kids, correct?
I do.
So how old are your kids?
My son, Ben, is 9, and my daughter, Evelyn, is 7.
So you came down here and started a family.
Yes.
Which is nice because that's what everyone's doing now.
It's definitely changing a lot. And I didn't expect that. That was part of the reason I thought, we'll move back to Illinois because I don't want to have kids down here and not be close to family. But the great thing about having kids down here is my in-laws. Yes, because they had a place down here, which is why we even picked Naples, because it was convenient, and we had free rent for a little while, so it was also really great.
Heck yeah.
But they spend more time down here now, obviously, because we have kids down here. And my parents are coming down, for instance, for a month. They're coming down Friday. So now it's like we draw the people down here, and, we avoid some of the drama that happens, when your family's a little too close. So, so it's worked out, but I'm sure it's different than it was 20 years ago in Naples, but I have found that that's really where we found our people was, doing stuff with the kids or going to places, or now that the kids are in school, their friends' parents become your friends. And so it's been a nice transition, and it's definitely made it easier to be here.
Yeah. I mean, I've said it forever that in 20 years, it's going to be so many people that were born and raised in this area. And it's not going to be like, where are you from? Because that's the common question is, where are you from?
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you know what's crazy though? In my office, I have, out of the 4 chiropractors, for instance, 2 of them are like from here.
Yeah.
well, Natalie is from here.
I'm from here.
Oh,
I think we've said it on almost every episode.
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
Everyone knows Natalie is from Naples.
And our last guest, or someone that will be featured probably before this episode releases, she's also born and raised here. But it's funny. I didn't live here the whole time, but I moved away and then came back due to COVID. I mean, it was the best plan B I could ever ask for coming back. And then clearly it's just a place people want to stay. And then once you kind of get comfortable and you see why the value is here and opens your eyes to so many things, it's like, okay, now all my people are here. All of my hobbies, like Thrive Bar,
yes,
that's here. Like, where do I need to go?
So you don't see yourself going anywhere?
No,
She's thriving.
There's nowhere else to go at this point that I
You're
think
like, no, I
check.
really can't because I'm on.
No, I really can't because we're tied to these businesses. So hashtag retirement. But no, it's like I don't tolerate the cold anymore. Like I get angry when I go up to Chicago in the winter. I'm like, why am I here? It's gray. It's cold. Ugh. Look, Naples, we've got great schools. My kids have friends that they, love, but also this is where my people are now. And so I don't feel like you can find a better place to be.
I agree.
Which area of Naples do you live?
North Naples.
Okay. So kind of near your business.
Yeah.
But I guess that's now like
away.
Perfect. Yeah.
But if you had asked me 10 years ago if I would have dreamed of living in that area, I would have been like, it's so far away because we're just east of 75 and we're, right off of Immokalee, and that seems so far away. And now it's like, oh, no, we're still in the heart of everything.
Absolutely.
We used to, we would go downtown all the time. Like 10 years ago, you could go downtown and happy hour, get some appetizers, a couple of drinks, and it was like $50. And you're like, wow, that was amazing.
And you had a table.
Oh, yeah, there was
no problem.
Yes, you could pop into Truly. Like, there were no Rezzies back then. You didn't need them. Now, forget it. Yeah. But we went.
We all stay in. The locals, I think, we don't hide unless we have company in town.
Gosh, that's why I'm like really into DIY projects because they're at home.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, I'm busy this weekend. I'm just not out and about.
We've been baking at home. We're watching The Great British Bake Off, and so now it's like we're just gonna stay in and cook all the things. And we're having a great time, but it's also so hard. I mean, even some of the more mediocre restaurants, it's like good luck. You're not getting in. So no, thank you. But now downtown seems so far away, and I'm okay not going down there because it's also not really, it's not my crowd of people, right?
It's changed a lot.
A little geriatric or a little touristy, and
it is
so
very much.
I'm not a tourist. I'm a local now. So
that's right.
We just don't go out until the summer.
Yeah.
And then it's like, great. Okay, we'll go out now.
Yeah.
So we know your husband golfs. So obviously that's something he enjoys to do.
Absolutely.
Do you golf at all?
I have a lot of golf apparel. I have
they do make nice apparel.
I have a great set of golf clubs, courtesy of my husband, Mizuno. Amazing. I have golf shoes, and I think
we're going with a no here.
Yeah, no, I actually can't remember the last time
she's killing it then.
I was on the golf course because I'm not great at it, and it's really hard. I'm very competitive, so if he's better at something than I am, I'm like, no, I quit. So I'd rather play tennis, but I don't even have a handicap because I'm that great
Yeah.
at golf. So I'm great to have on a scramble. I
just am the handicap.
I feel like golf should be like 5 holes, maybe,
Yeah.
not this whole like 9 holes or 18 holes.
Yeah.
So, no, I do not golf.
So what do you like to do then for fun, I guess?
I work a lot.
Yeah.
So
But when you like what you do,
I do, but the last 2 years were just like work, work, work. So I'm kind of getting back into like, oh wait, I can have hobbies again. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we've been baking and cooking a lot. But I want to get back into doing tennis because I did enjoy that, pre Thrive IV bar taking over my life. But it's also just, going out with friends and, reconnecting and also kind of unloading and complaining about all the things or doing all the things. So I'm pretty boring and I'm okay with that. That's what happens when you hit 40. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Look, I think it happens when we live here in a sense because we like our life.
Uh-huh.
We have good people, we make decent money and have a safe environment to just enjoy being ourselves, which sometimes it looks like, I'm not doing much and I'm happy about it. And I don't need to overwork and over stress about the BS because it's, 70 degrees outside and sunny.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's how I feel. As great as the weather is, I also find that my husband calls me an indoor cat. I still prefer to be inside. So I really value air conditioning.
Yeah.
And sweatpants. So,
Yeah.
So, but, I also know that if there is something I want to do or if somebody's visiting, there are places to go and there are things to do. So it's like, okay, great. We can go hit up a brunch spot. Unpopular opinion, I don't love the beach. We're definitely more pool people, but it's like, okay, great. I have my beach pass. We can go to the beach if we need to, or we can just sit by the pool and relax. So endless options. Love it.
Love it.
And
wait, speaking of the beach and sun and pool, how important, this is a personal question, how important do you think vitamin D is? And do you have that as a drip option?
Okay, so not as a drip option because vitamin D, in order for it to really be absorbed in the body, needs to be taken with like a fat. So the way that vitamin D is in a vial is it usually has like olive oil or another fat with it. So we have to do IM injection or like intramuscular. So it usually goes in the booty or in the arm. But the great thing about that is you're going to absorb more of it and it's going to stay in your body until you need to use it. So I think that's the best way for people to get it because, look, you should be wearing SPF when you're out.
Sure.
But if you're wearing SPF, you're not going to absorb as much vitamin D. And quite frankly, even though we have sunshine, I'm sure you guys know this statistic. How many days a year do we have sunshine?
I think like 270.
we'll have to look that up.
Oh my gosh, that seems super low. I would have thought it was like 354.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be. It could be.
A lot of people don't absorb vitamin D, and so they really should supplement with it. But nobody wants to take a pill every day. And so if you can do a quick injection once a month, every 6 weeks or so, you're good.
Okay.
So yes, get a quick injection.
Quick injection.
All right. So you love Naples. You love this whole area. Your kids love it here as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all they know. So
Yes.
yeah. And then, so I guess if you could change one thing about the area, what don't you like? What's a negative?
Well, so I always think that it takes me 15 minutes to get anywhere.
I'm just
And it really takes you 30.
And it really takes a lot more time than that, especially during this time of year. So I feel like we should have like a lane that's just like the snowbird lane where they have to like be in that lane on the road.
they can only drive in that particular way.
They can only drive in that lane and only
Like
during
certain times of the day.
Like you're not allowed on the road
Oh my gosh.
between 7:30 and 9:30. You're not allowed on the road between like 3:30 and 6:30, although they have early bird specials to get to.
They can bike. Or
But
walk.
maybe they should, they should bike. That
They're the
would be
ones
good
that
for
live
them.
Yeah, then we complain about them on the road the bikes on the road.
Yeah.
Get a golf cart, okay? And just take your golf cart somewhere.
I agree.
It's fine. So traffic is super annoying and like the lack of reservations when we do want to go out can be kind of annoying.
We have 4:30 or 10:30. What would you like?
Right? And I'm like, well, I have to work and Again,
And sleep.
I'm old, so I want to be in bed by like 9:30
Yeah.
or 10 o'clock. So none of the options work. Thank you.
Also, they go out every single night.
They really
They
do.
live in communities that have great clubs, okay, that have great restaurants, and then they enjoy themselves, and I'm all for it. But we should, the locals, the
Yes.
working folk all year round,
Mhm.
we should have like one night where it's like, even if it's like Thursday night, this is locals only, something like that.
I love that
we
for
make-
us.
It used to, some
Yes.
bars used to have like
We got to bring that back.
specials for locals or.
But not just specials, like, a whole evening.
Like your
Like
band,
5 to
unless
8.
you can prove, we need to see
we
a
need
pay
to
stub.
dress. Yeah.
Yes. We need to know that you're here more than you're not here. And
Yeah.
then you're allowed to eat at this.
It used to be like that with beach parking. Like, guess it still is, but now they have the meters so anyone can pay. But it used to be that you had to have a beach sticker, which means you had to claim residency here and have all of that. Yeah. It's all good, but it's like,
We need to talk to somebody about this.
yeah.
Maybe.
Let's write a note to somebody. I'm sure it'll happen.
I'm not going to say it.
You can say it.
Maybe this will be released by then. My dad is running for city council.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
Price, who
Uh-huh.
we hope he wins. But regardless, I'm joking, but I'm like, oh, if he has a seat on city council, can I like slip him a few suggestions? I mean, I
Yeah.
can try.
Yes, absolutely.
Trying to suggest things my entire life.
I think Stephanie will add a few suggestions.
I will definitely add some suggestions.
Yes,
That'll
not
save
just
me
the
some
city of
time.
Naples, but
But still,
yeah.
no, I love that. But otherwise, like, look, there's not a lot to complain about here,
No.
right? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I live in a great community. My kids go to a great school. And it's also like, you don't have to spend 30 grand a year for your kid to go to a great school. Like,
Right.
my kids go to Veterans Memorial. I love it. The staff is amazing there. So, we
And our taxes are still reasonable, and they pay for that. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot. Nobody is sympathetic when I do complain. How's that? My siblings are like,
Yeah.
okay, you live in Florida. I'm like, you could too, just not in Naples. Don't move
Yeah,
down here.
Don't move down here.
No new people.
So do you take new clients? Because you're probably pretty full, right? I would imagine.
So I'm not taking new patients.
See?
Dang it.
But the other
Unless they
chiropractors,
tell you that they heard of you from Everybody Loves Naples podcast.
If they
I love
I need
saying
a
like,
promo
I'm
code.
not taking new patients. And then my office manager will go, so and so's on the phone. And I'm like, okay, find a spot.
Yeah.
That's fine. Or
That's how I got in.
Really?
did you really? No,
Yeah.
you've been there for so long.
But someone referred me and I snuck in.
Oh, but that would have been before I stopped taking new patients, right? How long have you been there? 4 years?
No, not that long. I don't know. Look at my chart.
Look at my chart.
All right. I will. We'll figure that out. But yeah, so no, I'm not taking new ones. But I think we might be getting a second location in the next year or two.
Very
I'm
exciting.
putting my husband in charge of it all now, so I don't.
Great.
He knows who to call if he needs to find a lease, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you do commercial too?
No.
We refer him.
Great. So I'll refer him to you, and you can refer him.
Perfect.
Great.
I started thinking again, being outside, vitamin D. I was walking through Baker Park the other day, and there was this like festival. And I was just on my walk. I didn't know about this festival, and it was a holistic music festival. And then there was tents set up. And I thought, it made me think of you. And I'm like, I wonder if Stephanie's there doing her deal. And then prompts me with the question, do you have any events that you're doing, upcoming pop-ups? Like how,
Hey. Yeah.
if we are not taking new patients, we can still pop into Thrive.
Okay,
Bar.
a Thrive you can go to, and you can see either Dr. Lori, Dr. Avalon, Dr. Kevin, who are amazing, and I'm just not taking new patient appointments. And
I think we can get Natalie in there, though.
yeah,
Oh, I'm-
okay. I might sneak you in. I know somebody, so might be able to sneak you in.
I'm definitely going to Thrive, and I also could use, I'm sure, an adjustment at this point.
Right?
At least one.
But we are getting the Thrive Mobile ready to go.
Ah.
So we're getting I have a Jeep that's getting wrapped, which will be our like mobile IV
This is gonna be
recovery.
great for like after weddings. Like
Yes,
the day
no.
after weddings to like
We will have a recovery lounge
I
that's
need to
mobile.
literally just
So
for
we
this.
can, yes,
Jeep.
we can go to your, venue and set it up, or you can rent the space out. We have corporate memberships available. But we are we're scheduled for St. Patrick's Day at District and Kitchen to do
Oh, yeah.
drip.
Just there recently.
Oh,
It's fabulous,
It is
right?
Yeah.
very, very nice.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
The whole
feel like
area.
Naples.
It
No,
It
doesn't.
feels like a cooler town. Not that Naples isn't cool, but
Yeah,
like
it's
it
got a whole
feels like
different vibe.
trendier.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
it's
it's
all like
often-
mini and miniature, so it's like bite-sized kind of.
Well, and the double bar, I'm like, this is genius
Yeah.
because there's never like a spot where you can sit multiple people at a bar. I feel like
Right.
it's impossible. But double bar, I was like, this is fabulous.
So you're gonna park in that little lot for St. Patty?
We'll have our lounges out and we'll be doing the drips. We haven't finalized all the details yet, but
I might need
we'll be
to
doing
edit this episode and get it out so we can.
right?
That's awesome.
The plan is like, shenanigans today, detoxerita tomorrow. What?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
So we'll be there doing like the express drips. So like 250 milliliters of saline versus 1,000. But you do that, get just a little hydration in there. You can party for a little longer. You won't feel like
Yeah.
hot garbage the next day. Life is good. So we'll be
love
there.
it.
But yeah, bachelorette parties, bachelor parties. We can either go somewhere poolside or people can come on in. So
All
I
right.
love it.
And then I also know I actually recently volunteered at an event last year, and Synergy, I think, was one of the sponsors, or you donated a bunch of. So
Which
I know you
event
give
was it?
back a lot to the community.
we try to like,
A night to shine.
oh, I love
What
a
you
night to
donated-
shine. We were in the respite room.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are typically in the respite room doing like chair massages and things for the parents.
Mhm.
And usually we donate something. So we try to give back as much as we can. And
Right.
it gets easier. Like with Thrive, it's a little bit easier, but because everybody always wants a massage gift certificate. And we're booked out like 3 months for massages. So it's tricky to do.
Mhm.
But as long as it's something that we know is actually going to a great organization where it's not like, 90 cents of every dollar goes to the CEO's pockets. I'm like, no, yeah, we're not going to sponsor that. But
You're not rounding up at your
we're
office?
not. Teachers, I feel like have such a hard job. Like that would be my nightmare job is being a teacher, especially to my children. But we try and go into the schools and do stuff, or if they have projects that they're doing for, their classrooms, we try and sponsor that because, as great as Naples is and as, much money as we know there's here, there are also pockets of
Less
poverty.
fortunate,
There are a
yeah.
lot of schools that are under-resourced. And so we try to help those teachers out because so many of them are taking money out of their pockets to
Yeah.
make sure that kids in their classrooms have snacks or have their school supplies. And so, we try to fill needs where we can, but it's a big job sometimes.
Yeah, because there's so many of those teachers and
Yeah.
so much of the workforce that's undervalued and underrepresented, and we're gonna have to see what happens because, as we know, I mean, Naples keeps growing and growing, and we do have the resources, so it's really, really neat to hear local businesses at least contributing to what is a problem. In my
Now there
opinion.
is a spot. Oh, we're doing Teacher Appreciation Week. Is in May, and for the last couple of years, we tried to do tote bags with different offers from local businesses. So, any local businesses listening that want to either sponsor a lunch at one of the Title I schools or
Okay.
restaurants and we're looking for stuff that's actually like not $5 off your order of $1,000, but like,
Right.
a free appetizer at a restaurant, or like Nothing Bundt Cakes has given us coupons for, a free bundt cake, or the Bowl has given us free acai bowls,
I love
things
it.
like that they want to put in a bag. We
Yeah.
hand out to all the teachers. So
That's awesome.
And that's in May.
that's in May. I think it's the first week of May. And so typically anywhere from 10 to 15 schools will get lunch. Because like my kids' school, they go to a school where they raise money all the time for stuff. So the teachers get like breakfast and lunch every day of Teacher Appreciation Week. But other schools are like, here's your bag of Hershey Kisses. We love you. And
We want like
obviously
the swag bag.
they're not in it for the fame and wealth, these teachers. It's like
They're good at their
thankless
hard
job.
Yeah.
So if we can do a little something for them, and they appreciate like, getting lunch and stuff because they feel a little less forgotten. So any
Yeah.
restaurants that want to help out with that, take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or any business.
We'll spread the word.
Sponsor a lunch, because you can sponsor a lunch for like $400.
Great.
Great.
We're going to spread the word.
Mhm.
That's kind of the goal with
Yeah.
our deal here. And we're so happy that you came on. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I just feel like I'm going to race to Thrive after this.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
do we have anything else to do? Yes, but how long are you open?
Self-care
what are
is
your
the best care. We are there 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, and then 9 to 5 on Saturday, and 11 to 4 on Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, but we're also doing Sunday Fun Day starting this Sunday. We have a special event this Sunday, but we'll have mimosas and then BOGO Revive services, so you can get your drip, but then you can do like a sauna and a cryo for the price of one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is
I might go some.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get your drip on, have some bubbles.
That'd be
Life is
awesome.
good.
Okay. And where can we find you other than at Thrive Bar and Synergy Health off of Livingston and Pine Ridge is the location in the Marquesa Plaza.
Yes.
But as far as social media, contacting you, following your journey and specials and all of that.
Oh, great. Instagram is thrive.ivbar. And I
We'll
think
share that up on the screen.
Synergy Health. Yes. So,
Loves to say that every single.
yes, show it on the screen. We've got lots of fun stuff, including Marge for Detoxaritas and our Drip Drip Hooray. So, yeah.
Ah,
We'll
I
have to
love
get
it.
we'll have to get Natalie over there and we'll film her getting a nice drip.
oh my gosh, I can't wait. That, facial, all of the above. I mean, it's just, yeah, no excuses.
All the things. Mhm.
And I love that it's somewhat, like you said, price of certain other places in town might not be. It's probably the reason a lot of us turn away. Like, oh gosh, it's
Yes, we have very reasonable membership. You can do like a full day of stuff for like, $69 for the 3 services, or even a new client special is $89 for an express drip and, compression or whole body cryo. So
That's great.
get in and check us out.
I can't wait.
A
Good.
great place.
Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for being here. And
Thank you.
we're just honored to have you at Everybody Loves Naples.
Oh, yes. Thank
Thank
you
you very
guys.
much.
Thank you. And for everyone watching or listening, we'll see you next time.